A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 10, verses 24 to 33. The passage is taken from the Message version of the Bible. A student doesn't get a better desk than her teacher. A laborer doesn't make more money than his boss. Be content, pleased even, when you, my students, my harvest hands, get the same treatment I get. If they call me the master, dung face, what can the worker expect? Don't be intimidated. Eventually, everything is going to be out in the open, and everyone will know how things really are. So, don't hesitate to go public now. Don't be bluffed into silence by the threats of bullies. There's nothing they can do to your soul, your core being. Save your fear for God who holds your entire life, body and soul, in His hands. What's the price of a pet canary? Some loose change, right? And God cares what happens to it even more than you do. He pays even greater attention to you, down to the last detail, even numbering the hairs on your head. So don't be intimidated by all this bully talk. You're worth more than 1,000,000 canaries. Stand up for me against the world opinion, and I'll stand up for you before my Father in heaven. If you turn tail and run, do you think I'll cover for you? The Gospel of the Lord.
Good morning. Let's listen to a short reflection according to St. Matthew chapter 10 verses 24 to 33. Do not be afraid. Today's gospel passage is part of the missionary discourse, with which Jesus prepares the apostles for their first experience of proclaiming the kingdom of God. Jesus repeatedly reassured them, do not be afraid, even in moments of persecution and killing. Peace was always his central theme. However, the acceptance of his message often resulted in deep divisions within families to the extent that its members turned against each other. The warning of suffering and persecution for those who believe in Jesus, even to the extent of being killed, is realized in every era. It is a distressing truth, but it demonstrates the steadfastness of those who decide to be his followers. The worst temptation that a disciple could encounter would be to lose hope in the mercy of God at the feeling that God has abandoned them, remaining distant and silent. However, we must not forget that even Jesus suffered this trial in the Garden of Olives and on the cross. Father, why have you forsaken me? Was the cry of Jesus on the cross. Sometimes, we experience such moments of spiritual dryness. It is important not to be afraid of it. In these situations, Jesus encourages us not to fear, as the disciples' lives are securely in the hands of a loving God who takes care of us. Jesus' final prayer on the cross serves as a last lesson for his disciples. Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Rather than despair, it reflects the ultimate trust in the Father's saving grace. Mary Most Holy, the model of trust in God in the hour of adversity and danger, helps us in resisting despair and shields us with your maternal care. Help us always rely on God's grace.